Hi class, welcome to the week of October 16th. This week we'll be talking about limited government, and in order to kind of do that, we're going to be working on objectives that will help us talk about limited government. So on Monday and Tuesday, at the very least, you should be working on Objective 1 and 2. I'll be able to compare state government to federal government structures and responsibilities. So some of you have already done this at a basic level, but we're going to be going even deeper. So comparing different structures of governments in the United States, different states. Then moving forward, you will be able to diagram the amendment process at the federal and state level. So a lot of states have constitutions, most states have constitutions, so you're going to be looking at those constitutions. How do you amend those? How do those states help amend the U.S. Constitution, etc.? Most likely you're going to be moving into Objective 3 on Thursday, but if you get to it early, that's perfectly fine. And you'll be organizing your Enduring Issues DBQ by writing a thesis statement and outlining the essay on a planning sheet. That will help you move forward to Friday's objective, where you will be doing your summative assessment in class, using the texts that I've already given you and that we did the Socratic seminar on Friday. So you should be working through that and kind of having that outlined so that you are able to use the 40 minutes in class responsibly and make sure that you get that done in class. Wednesday, just like every Wednesday, we didn't get to do this last week, but just like every Wednesday, we will have that in-class discussion, and we're going to be discussing how the U.S. has a limited government based on separation of powers or federal and state responsibilities. So how do those two things, different branches of government or federal and state governments, how do those help limit the government's power? So when you're doing Objective 1 and 2, you're probably getting some examples which will help you meet Wednesday's objective. One thing I want to kind of just reiterate is that make sure that you're checking in with me after each activity is completed. The other thing I'm noticing is a lot of you are completing the activities, not necessarily retaining the information from those activities. While I give you the time to do them in class, the purpose of doing those activities is to make sure that you're learning that information. If you aren't learning anything from doing the activity, you probably shouldn't be doing that activity. So making sure that you understand and meet that objective, not just complete that activity. That's the point of doing the activity, is to meet that objective. So if you finish an activity and you look up at the board and that objective is something you don't understand, you need to do another activity to meet that objective, because I will be asking questions in order to make sure that you can get the check for that objective. Like I mentioned earlier, our weekly assessment for this week is a document-based essay based on the 5 documents that you were provided with and you did a week and a half ago. While I was out, you should have analyzed those documents. We did the Socratic seminar on those same documents on Friday. Hopefully you got a more depth of information on those documents. We will be writing that essay in class. It will need to be submitted at the end of class. So make sure that you have all of the material and prep work done before you do that. That's why one of your other objectives this week is to outline and create a thesis statement so that you are prepared to actually write that essay in class. With that being said, do not bring a full essay into class. I will be going through the things that are out on your desk. You should only be able to have the planning sheet and any thesis statement that you have written or outline that you've written the day before or on Tuesday if you get done early. So just make sure that you do not bring in a full written thing, because I will crumple it up and throw it away and you'll have to start over. Just be aware of that. So here's just a kind of an overview of the activities. I'm not really going to go through them, but just like the last couple of weeks, for every objective, there's at least 2 or 3 options for independent and creative and collaborative. So I'll post these on ChalkUp. This week for objective 3, it's only independent because you guys need to be working on your outline and thesis. However, objective 1 and 2, like I mentioned, have at least a couple of options for you to do, whether you choose to do them independently or collaboratively. I look forward to this week and seeing you guys again. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.